Hey everyone, COE33 here. Happy Halloween. We hope you're having an awesome holiday. And I'm really excited about this video because we're doing a haunted game room tour. That's right, we're going to share the entire downstairs game room with you in detail. I'm going to take my time, I'm going to go around, and I'm going to share everything with you. And yeah, we decorated this entire downstairs game room for Halloween this year with some spooktacular decorations. So I thought this would make a good video. Although I will say there's been some weird stuff happening in here lately, and I'm not sure what's going on. It's kind of freaking me out. So hopefully when we do this video, nothing out of the ordinary will pop up. But it shouldn't be a problem. I don't think anything too spooky will happen. As you can see, I have Chakan on the TV right now for the Sega Genesis. Chakan the Forever Man, awesome game, one of my favorites. And yeah, so why don't we just get right into it? We're going to go around and we're going to share the entire collection with you. Alright, so why don't we get started? And what better place to start than up here with the Atari 2600 collection. Definitely one of Leaf and I's favorite systems to collect for. And we actually had a really nice score not too long ago. We were out on the hunt and we went to a Goodwill and there was a couple bags of Atari 2600 games and old retro consoles in the display case. And I went ahead and asked if they had any more. And sure enough, there were several tubs filled with old retro games. And we made a deal to get all of them. We got a really good price and went through and we kind of picked out the best of the best and the ones that were in decent shape, and some of the more collectible items like Ghostbusters here and Sorcerer's Apprentice and Pitfall 2, Mario Brothers, Spy Hunter, and just lots of great titles. Now, I had an Atari 2600 growing up. It was not my first console. My first console was original NES, so I kind of went backwards. After the NES, I actually had the NES and the Sega Genesis, and then I ended up getting an old Atari 2600 and a bunch of games, and really enjoyed it. I would play like Barnstorming and Pac-Man and just various other games that was in the box of games that came with the Atari 2600. And I have fond memories of playing it. It was definitely a lot of fun back then, and it continues to be even now. I mean, both Leaf and I love to plug in old 2600 Kart even now, played on the CRT television. Speaking of which, this is our Sony Trinitron CRT television, and right now we got the Sega Genesis hooked up to it running Chakan. And this is just a great way to play old retro games. I really don't think there's any better way to play retro games than old CRT television, because you don't have the input lag and you have the correct 4:3 ratio, the aspect ratio when you're playing these games. And something like this, I mean, great picture, good sound out of these Trinitrons, especially this model. And I just love this TV, and it's been rock solid. It still has a great picture on it. So definitely happy with that. We got our little Wii sign up on top of the TV, which is pretty awesome. Moving down, we have some of our consoles, including the Sega Genesis with the 32X on top of it. And next to that is a portable Sega Genesis that Leaf really enjoys playing. And below that is our original Sony PlayStation. Definitely one of my favorite consoles of all time, and so many awesome games. A lot of RPGs and really solid platformers and survival horror. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Next to that is the original Xbox, another great system to play and collect for. Really good list of exclusive games for that system. And that thing's a beast. It's huge. Now, they're kind of notorious for hardware problems, and I certainly have experienced my fair share of that with original Xboxes. But at the moment, that one's working good, so it was having little problems not too long ago, but I went ahead and fixed it up, and it's doing pretty good right now. Above that is a Nintendo 64 next to a GameCube, and the GameCube has the Game Boy Player attached to it, which is a really nice little accessory to have, although we do need the Game Boy Player disc so that we can actually use that accessory on the GameCube. So we're always on the lookout for that. They are kind of expensive on eBay, so we're hoping we'll find one at a garage sale or something like that. Moving up over here, we have our GameCube collection. Starting on the left, we have Mario Party 4, Super Monkey Ball, Super Mario Sunshine, Scooby-Doo, Night of 100 Frights, F-Zero, GX, I really love that game. The F-Zero franchise in general, really fun, fast-paced arcade racers. And then Wave Race, Blue Storm, another great game. SSX3, really solid snowboarding series, arcade snowboarding, and those are always a good time. Ultimate Muscle, Legends vs. New Generation. Star Wars Rogue Leader, great game. Luigi's Mansion, perfect for this time of year. The Legend of Zelda, Twilight Princess, and Donkey Kong Jungle Beats, along with these Congos that we got at a garage sale. And I think we paid like $1 or $2 for the set there, the game and the Congos, so that was a pretty awesome little score. And this is one of our smaller collections for sure. We don't have very many games, but we got some good titles in there, and it's growing, and there's actually a few out in the garage I still have to add to the collection that we picked up not too long ago. Moving up, we have our stereo system, and this is hooked up to the consoles so that we have surround sound, and then we have the speakers and the subwoofer over here so that we can enjoy a good sound while we're playing some retro games. Moving up, we have our level up display. This is the end level from Super Mario Brothers, and kind of a cool way to display Amiibo, and just a nice little touch to the game room. And speaking of nice little custom DIY touches, Leaf and I printed out this backdrop here. You can see with the clouds is Super Mario backdrop, and we put it in our display cabinet here as just kind of a nice little extra custom touch for our display. And we thought that looked kind of nice, and we've got a Bowser and a Super Mario figure along with our Wii U box. And we've got Amiibo Festival, Animal Crossing. Leaf definitely loves her Animal Crossing, as I'm sure a lot of you know. Chibi Robo Ziplash, and Mario Kart 8 Wii U wheel, along with some more random Amiibo. Moving up here, we have a nice little spot in the game room because we got our custom NES here, which Leaf and I did a little video about, to put a little link in the corner right now. And it's a gold and red Mario Brothers NES with some custom graphics on the top. And we have some of the original NES Mario Brothers games. We got Dr. Mario, Super Mario Brothers 2, Super Mario Brothers 3, and then the Super Mario Brothers Duck Hunt Combo Kart, which is the first game that I ever played. And I've told the story on the channel before, but when I was really young, I remember seeing the commercials for the NES on the TV and just being really enamored by them and wanting the NES really bad, but we couldn't afford it. And my dad told me if I saved up and bought it myself, I could get it. And I did. I saved change in a big bottle for over a year and was able to acquire enough money almost to get one. And my dad went ahead and chipped in the extra, and we went to the store and we got Mario Brothers, and we got the Super Mario Brothers, or excuse me, we got the NES, and then we got Super Mario Brothers Duck Hunt Combo Kart, and I played that thing to death. Now, I also ended up picking up Kung Fu and Top Gun, and those were the only games that I had for a very long time, and I played them all, I loved them all, and I was hooked on video games ever since, and I've been really passionate about playing video games since a very young age when I picked up my NES, and I saved all that money to get it. So yeah, pretty cool memory of that, and it's nice that we have an original NES and a custom one that Leaf and I could do a little DIY project together, and that was a lot of fun. Moving up here, we have some various Amiibo and pop vinyl figures, and we got Skylanders, and one of my favorite figures in the game room is this Predator action figure, and he's really cool, and he's got the comic book, the blue armor from the comic book. And then we got Mr. Miyagi hiding back there from Karate Kid, and we got some more Amiibo, including the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Amiibo, and the retro Duck Hunt, and Rob the Robot, and just lots of cool stuff, along with some Skylanders displayed here. And then we got our Halloween decorations here. Kind of looks like the clown from It, and he's hanging there just chilling. And then we got this custom marquee sign that says the Game Hunters. A nice little way to show a little TGH spirit. And that's on top of the Sonic Mania Collector's Edition for the Nintendo Switch. And then we got the DJ Hero Wii bundle there. The box for that level up display. And we've got some various random other stuff, Wii Fit board. And here is a Mario Kart racetrack. And this is plugged in and ready to play whenever we want. And Kirby, our cat, just loves this thing because I'll start racing Mario around the track, and definitely Kirby comes running and is very interested in what's going on down here. And in the middle, we have the anti-gravity Mario Kart RC car, and that thing's a lot of fun. That's definitely got some speed to it, and that's always a good time to break that out and play with it. Moving up here, we have our Wii collection, and this is one of the highlights of the game room. Both Leaf and I love the Wii. And it's definitely one of our nicer collections. I feel like this one is pretty filled in, and lots of great solid titles. and I'm really happy with where this collection's at right now. There's still a few of the rare games I would like to pick up, like Fritz Chess, and oh gosh, maybe the boxed Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, the one with the controller bundle. And there's still a few others I can't think of off the top of my head that I want to get. But we have a lot of great titles. Some of the highlights being Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn, and then down here we got Monster Hunter Tri and Rodea the Sky Soldier and Xenoblade Chronicles and Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword. We got the Mario 25th Anniversary, and then we've got all these Mario games here, just about every Mario game on the system. And down here we got Kirby's Dream Collection and Kirby's Epic Yarn. And I want to pick up Kirby's Return to Dreamland. We don't have that one yet, so that's definitely on the list of games to get. I don't know why I have the Sonic Mania cart there. I know it doesn't belong there. Tales of Symphonia, and then Last Story, which is a really nice item to have in the collection, and that's the big box version with the little art book and everything. Metroid Prime Trilogy, the Steelbook version, awesome to have. We got Metal Gear Solid, or not Metal Gear Solid, Metal Slug Anthology, and we got Pandora's Tower, and just a bunch of really quality games. Over here we have our original launch day Wii. We got this when the Wii first came out, and really nice to still have that same one that's still working, and it's been hooked up for a long time. I mean, that was quite a while ago that the Wii came out, and we definitely put a lot of hours into that console, so we've gotten a lot of bang for our buck from that console. And then we got some more games here. We've got Castlevania Judgment, Castle of Shikigama 3, Dead Space Extraction, Sin and Punishment, The House of the Dead 2 and 3 Returns, The House of the Dead Overkill, love that game, and Super Monkey Ball, and Super Smash Brothers, and Donkey Kong Country, and Mad World, and Fortune Street, Crash Bandicoot, Boy and His Blob, Dragon Quest, and just a bunch of really cool titles. Moving up here, we have our Wii poster. This is kind of a nice little display area right here. We've got our gun accessories hanging on the wall, and we've got this Wii poster. And then, what is this? I can't remember what this is. Happy Home Designer poster. Leaf really enjoys her Animal Crossing, so we put that there. And then some of the boxed Wii accessories up here. We got some lightsabers and a lunch pail and, fishing and all kinds of just various boxes and stuff and accessories for the Wii. And that is our Wii collection. Moving over here, we have probably my favorite item in the game room, which is all the letters that people have sent Leaf and I over the years. And we always save them and we put them in this frame. And it's just really cool to have that in the game room and to read all those letters and all the nice things people have said about our channel and all the great artwork that people have drawn and sent to us, and all the wonderful packages that we've received from our viewers. It really means a lot to us, and it's great to have that in the game room in such a prominent spot, and it's just something that we're both really proud of. Above that, we have an Atari 2600 sign that I got off eBay, and we've got some lights here, some bat lights that we hung up for our spectacular. And Sonic's here. He's kind of gotten himself stuck in a net here, apparently. This is the Sonic statue from Sonic Mania Collector's Edition, which is a really nice item. Now, we did have Lara Croft sitting here, but we switched her out for Sonic for a while because we really like the statue that we just got recently. And Sonic's on top of the box that the Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider Collector Edition came in. Moving down, we have behind this Rest in Peace gravestone, we have the Pip-Boy from the Fallout 4 Collector's Edition. And then we have some original PlayStation games underneath there. And we've got Medal of Honor and Twisted Metal, which is one of my favorite games on the system. I love the car combat. Twisted Metal 2 is probably my favorite, but they're all a lot of fun. And then a whole bunch of PlayStation games here. And I'm not going to name off all the titles, but we certainly will do another updated PlayStation collection video on the channel before too long, and we'll go through all those in detail. Moving over here, we have our Xbox 360 collection, and then we have some Xbox games as well. Now, our Xbox collection starts up here on the wall. We have our little wall of Xbox games, and this sign right here, that another eBay purchase, and we put that up, and then we have the games on the wall, and this is where we put some of our favorite games and some of the collectible games and just ones that we really enjoy playing. So we have Myst 3, we have Thief, we have Chronicles of Riddick Escape from Butcher Bay, which is a really good action stealth game. And then we have Yu-Gi-Oh! And we have Star Wars Battlefront 2, and Gauntlet Dark Legacy, and Panzu Dragon Orta, which was a great Goodwill find. Digimon Rumble 2 Arena, or Rumble Arena 2, I should say. And we got that for $1 at a garage sale, so that was a really cool find. And then Shenmue 2, I do love the Shenmue games, and I can't wait for Shenmue 3 to come out. Siberia 2, and then we got Elder Scrolls Morrowind, which was the first game that I picked up for the system, and definitely one of my favorite RPGs of all time. We got Fable, Otage 2, Jade Empire, Toe Jam and Earl 3. Love the Toe Jam and Earl games. It's another one that they're working on one right now. Toe Jam and Earl 4, I guess. Conquer Live and Reloaded, and we just picked that up at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo. And yeah, those are some of our original Xbox games, and definitely one of my favorite systems to collect for and play. And yeah, there's still some titles that I'm actively looking for at the moment. We have the Game Hunter Spooktacular 2016 Blu-ray right there, and that was a lot of fun to put together. And I'm actually working hard right now on our Spooktacular 2017 Blu-ray. So I just finished up the packaging design on it, and we're going to be assembling those here pretty soon. And definitely really proud of that, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And then we've got our C3PO Xbox 360 controller that came with our Star Wars Xbox 360. So that's a really cool item to have in the collection, and we have some of our Xbox 360 games here, including Mass Effect and Splatterhouse and Red Dead Redemption and Evil Within, which was definitely a really cool game. I'm looking forward to playing Evil Within 2, which just came out. Lollipop Chainsaw, Alan Wake, Dead Island, and then we got Dishonored and Skyrim and Assassin's Creed and Fable and some more awesome games there, along with more Xbox 360 games here, including Death Smiles, which I really enjoy. Awesome shmup, and that's a lot of fun, along with a bunch of other games here. And just a cool system to collect for. And then we have some Xbox original games over here. And I just did an Xbox collection video on the channel not too long ago, so I'll link to that in the corner right now. Over here we have our Lightbox, and right now we have these little heads in here that make noises. Kind of a nice little item to add a little spooky decor to the game room. Below there are some Odyssey games, and we got a Call of Duty Advanced Warfare or Infinite Warfare poster that one of our viewers sent us. And on top of the Lightbox here, we have a TGH Perler piece that Leaf and I did, some action figures, some more PlayStation games, and the Doom statue from the Doom Collector's Edition, along with the Doom poster back there, which was also another gift from the same viewer, I believe, that sent that Call of Duty poster, so that was really nice. Over here we have a Perler piece that Leaf and I made. This is Lara, and this is one of my favorite Perler pieces that we've done. It's definitely one of my favorite franchises, and that was a lot of fun putting together, and really happy to have that hanging there on that wall. We have our PlayStation 1 collection, and lots of solid titles there. There's Parasite Eve that we just picked up, a PRGE, and a whole bunch of great games, something that is always a lot of fun. Can't go wrong with a little original PlayStation. Here is a St. Vincent de Paul find that we got. We got this for, I forget the price, but it was really cheap. It was less than 20 bucks. And we picked up this limited edition Brianna Tarth Game of Thrones statue. And this thing is solid. This is a really quality statue. I mean, it's not going anywhere. The base on this thing is really heavy duty. And these bones don't go with it. It's just we have them here right now for our Spooktacular. And Brianna Tarth currently is sitting on top of our Resident Evil locker here, and this is another one that we just did a video of. We did a Resident Evil collection video this month for our Spooktacular, and this is definitely one of our favorite DIY items in the game room. This locker was all beat up. We got it at a Goodwill, and we spruced it up, painted it, gave it some custom Resident Evil theming, and we decked it out and put all our Resident Evil collection inside of the locker and put a little light there. And we even have our custom Resident Evil PlayStation 1, and we have all our Resident Evil games, including one that we just got from a viewer, actually several that we just got from viewers, and really stoked on that because there's some nice additions to our Resident Evil collection. So that's really filling in nicely, and definitely one of our proudest items in the game room. And we even have a little custom badge here to give it a little custom theming element there, and kind of just a nice little touch. So that's our Resident Evil locker. Moving over here is one of the most popular items in the game room, and I say that because every time I show this thing, people always ask about it. Now this is a new TV, but it looks like a retro TV. It's got the knobs and dials that you turn, like for volume and for power. And it's awesome. I love this TV. It's definitely one of my favorite TVs I've ever owned. Good picture on it. It's got an actual subwoofer built into it, so the sound on this thing for a little TV is really impressive. And I love the look of it. It's got a lot of hookups. It's got like a VGA hookup, and it's got HDMI, and it's got component and composite. And I can't remember if it has S-Video. I think that might be the only one it doesn't have, but I could be wrong. I have to look. And I just love it. It's just, and it looks really cool in the game room. It's definitely got that retro look to it. And yeah, I just can't say enough good things about this TV. And hooked up to it, we have some consoles. And it's kind of hard to see there, but we got a PlayStation 2. And then we have our Neo Geo X. And there's the Neo Geo X controller there. And the Xbox 360 over here is also hooked up to this TV. And we just have a cable running behind all this stuff here to the TV. And oh, by the way, that binder there is filled with loose games, PlayStation games, and then we have a little case over there in the corner filled with Xbox loose games as well. And a viewer of the channel just sent us a bunch of loose PlayStation games, which was really cool. And we started adding those into there as well. So it's nice to have just kind of one spot you can open up that binder, pick out a game that you want to play, and it's just really cool. And there's some really awesome titles in there. So let's see here. We've got our Atari wireless Atari controllers for our plug-and-play Atari 2600 system. It's got, it's one of those, I don't know who makes it, but it's got all the pre-built, built-in Atari games that you can play. And it's just kind of a cool way to play some old school games if you don't want to fire up the original Atari. This is an arcade, a two-person arcade stick that we pick up at Goodwill, and works great, and it's really nice little item, and it kind of matches our TV here, so we have it living right here. And if we want to play a little fighting game for the PlayStation 2, Leaf and I can bust that out and have some good times playing some fighting games. We have Castlevania 2 right now, Simon's Quest, fired up on the old TV, so that's cool, and that's playing right now on the Retron 5. So there's our Retron 5, and we have the Retron 5 hooked up to this TV as well. And then we also have our AverMedia Gamer Live capture card there. And I really like that capture card, super convenient. I just push the button on top and it starts recording to an SD card. And then I transfer the SD card to the computer, and it's just really convenient. And we have it hooked up to the Retron 5 so that we can get gameplay footage really easily, and it's been working great. And then we've got some Mario Kart curtains there, along with some of our Halloween decorations. Moving over, we've got our boxed PlayStation up here that we picked up at a garage sale not too long ago, and some PlayStation 3 games there, and some various, like we got the Terminator statue, and we got a Borderlands pop vinyl, and some fun stuff. And here we've got our Indie Box collection, and below that, we've got our Final Fantasy collection, which is kind of hard to get into right now because we've got these spiders guarding it. And then below that is our Fallout collection. So just kind of a cool way to take individual franchises and display them in a display case and have them all in one area. And just to highlight some of our favorite franchises. Below that is our Halo collection with our limited edition green Halo. And then we've got some random collector's editions there, the Mafia 3 collector's edition and the Dark Souls 2 collector's edition, a drone, and then we've got some wireless headphones there, and my comic book collection that I've been hauling around with me since I was a little kid. And let's see what else we got. We got this cool little art print that's basically an Atari 2600 game, kind of an imploded view of it so you can see the insides, but it actually has a little game board of Pac-Man in the middle there, so it's kind of a neat little item. And then coming over here, we've got our setup here for filming and for editing and all that good stuff. And Leaf, she passed away recently, so she'll be Halloween! Yeah. So yeah, and then we have our PlayStation 3 right here. Some of our games, including Castlevania, Lord of Shadows, and Castlevania 2, Bioshock 2. I love the Bioshock games. Fallout New Vegas, The Last of Us, Uncharted 3, Uncharted 2, some of my favorite games of all time, and the original Uncharted. And our Steam collection, which is kind of a cool way to display it on the TV there. And we got a game controller for the PlayStation 3 on the wall. I think eventually we're going to do some kind of sign or something up here. I'm not sure. I'm still thinking about it. And this desk was actually kind of falling apart, and I fixed it up and went ahead and painted it red. And then I've got a PC that I built there. And it's kind of a nice little gaming editing PC. And over here, of course, is the one and only Tomb Raider shrine. Yes, definitely love me some Tomb Raider. I know if you follow the channel, you're well aware of that. And we've got all kinds of great Tomb Raider stuff. And I've done videos of this, and I'm sure I'll do more videos of it. And all kinds of great goodies. And that's definitely one of the highlights, if not the highlight, of this downstairs game room. So much awesome stuff in there, some of my favorite games, and always love to play a little Tomb Raider. Up here we've got a little laser light show going on in the corner there that you can see, and that's actually, we bought that for Christmas, and when we do our Holiday Palooza videos, we have that in our backdrop on our videos, and you can see that. And when it's not the holidays, we have it shooting up in the corner here, and it's kind of just a cool little effect for showcasing that corner in our collection. We've got some boxes here, Dead Island Riptide and the Neo Geo X, and the box that my Nintendo Vans came in, that NES box there. Just Cause 3 Collector's Edition. Lots of Xbox games, our Xbox One games, the box for the Doom Collector's Edition, and Call of Duty Ghosts for the PlayStation 3. Another poster that a viewer sent, and that's a really cool one, the King of Fighters. And definitely a neat poster to have. And guys, that's it. That is the downstairs game room. And this has changed a lot over the last year, and I actually have quite a few plans for it in the future. It's all in good time. I don't know when I'm going to get to it, but I'm always thinking about how to make this game room better and how to improve our YouTube backdrop so you guys have something cool to look at. And when we do these game room tours, I try to make the game rooms as functional for Leaf and I so that we can enjoy it. And then put it together nice, keep it clean, and keep it a good organized collection so that we can make these videos for you and hopefully you enjoy them. Alright everyone, I hope you're having an awesome Halloween. Thanks for watching all our spectacular content this year. We had a lot of fun putting together all these spooky videos, and we're definitely looking forward to next year. Alright, thanks so much for watching, and until next time, bye.